up, everyone? Apologies for my raspy voice. I'm still a little bit under the weather. I've actually taken the day off work today just so I can, recover, but it has given me more time to make some content for YouTube, which is good. And with the Golden Globe nominations being announced in a few days' time, I think they're announced on Monday, the 11th of December. I thought it'd be a good time now to do a video on who I think is going to get nominated. These are my predictions for the Golden Globe nominations 2024. So yeah, apologies, I'm not going to be at my usual energy levels today because I'm trying to save my voice. And if I do violently cough from time to time, that's just normal. See what I mean? For those of you that are new to my channel, I do make a lot of award season content. I will be doing a reactions video to the Golden Globe nominations next Monday, but I also do a lot of prediction videos, a lot of deep dive discussions around certain categories and topics. So if that kind of thing is your jam, do please consider hitting subscribe, or you can help my channel out by leaving a like for me or a comment in the comment section down below with some of your predictions for the Golden Globes. It really does help the algorithm. So yeah, if you want to help grow my channel, that's how you can support me. Anyway, let's jump right in. I'm just gonna go on the Gold Derby app and just go through all of the nomination categories on Gold Derby, just one at a time, and fill them in. Although I'm just looking at the Gold Derby app now, and there's only 11 categories for the Golden Globes this year on Gold Derby. I mean, there are more than that. There's supposed to be a Best Foreign Language Picture, as well as Score, and Best Song as well, but it's just not on the app. But I will be doing those categories in this video. They're just not listed on Gold Derby, but I'm gonna go down the list on Gold Derby. And if you do want to follow me on Gold Derby, there is a link in the video description down below, along with links to all my social media accounts as well. Okay, so the first category on Gold Derby is Best Film Drama. And I should say, actually, they have introduced a few new rules with the Golden Globes this year. This is actually the first year where they're upping the amount of nomination slots in all the categories from 5 to 6. So normally it's been 5, but this year it's going to be 6 for all the categories, apart from the new category that they've introduced, which is called Best Achievement, Best Cinematic Achievement, or Box Office Success, something along those lines. It's kind of like the Oscars attempted version of Most Popular Film. I don't think the Golden Globes needs it, but apparently that category, which they're introducing, let's just call it the Barbie Award. That's going to be 8 slots for that category. I'll predict that one later, but for now, let's just start off with Best Film Drama. Best Film is divided into 2, so this is drama. There's also the musical/comedy category. And with the Golden Globes, they do tend to be pretty reliable at showing us who our Best Picture nominees are going to be at the Oscars as well. So typically, I do make my predictions for the Golden Globes for Best Film in either drama or musical/comedy as to the films that I think have a good chance of getting in at the Oscars as well. Like, since the Oscars has been 10 mandatory slots of Best Picture the last few years, all of the Best Film Drama nominees at the Golden Globes have made it into Best Picture there. So I do strongly believe that the films that I've listed here are going to be at Best Picture, the Academy Awards. So yeah, I am going with Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Past Lives, and then the last 2 slots is where it gets trickier, because on Gold Derby it's Anatomy of a Fall and The Zone of Interest in those 2 slots. And that's another rule change that has been instigated this year at the Golden Globes. They finally changed the rule now, saying that a foreign language film can now be submitted for Best Picture Film, Drama, or Comedy Musical, even if it's not in the English language. So it can be submitted for either one of those, Best Drama or Best Comedy/Musical, as well as Best Foreign Language Film as well. Question is, will the Hollywood Foreign Press Association go for it this year? Are they going to pick a non-English speaking film to be nominated here? You can make the argument that Anatomy of a Fall, because a lot of it's in English, it feels like a predominantly English film. It could show up here, even though there is a lot of it spoken in French and a bit of German as well. But yeah, I actually think The Zone of Interest has a pretty good chance to surprise here. It really was a critic's darling, The Zone of Interest, and it feels weird calling The Zone of Interest a foreign language film, even though it's a British film, really. So it was just, the film is set in Poland, Auschwitz, obviously. So yeah, that's why most of the characters are speaking in Polish or German or Yiddish. So yeah, but I do think because The Zone of Interest is kind of a beloved critic's darling this film this year, I think it could surprise in the best drama at the Golden Globes. Would be a bit of a shock, be a change of pace. But yeah, Anatomy of a Fall does feel like more of a crowd pleaser, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go with The Zone of Interest at number 5. And then for number 6, it could be Anatomy of a Fall. I also think there's a chance that All of Us Strangers could show up here. Because, again, that was another film that critics really, really love, and I could see it potentially doing well at the Golden Globes. Maybe it could just show up here because I think there's a lot of love for it from critics. You have to remember the Hollywood Foreign Press Association is made up of international press and journalists, okay? It's not industry, okay? It's more of what the critics like, I guess, than what the general industry likes. So, yeah, there's also an argument to be made that the Iron Claw, appeared at the right time. Could show up. It's a feel. Is it feel good? I haven't seen the movie, but I have a feeling it's a feel good crowd pleaser sports biopic film, which wouldn't surprise me showing up in the Golden Globes. And it did have a very positive response when the first people saw it. Also, Saltburn as well. It's it's good fun, Saltburn. And critics did seem to like it. Although it is a little bit more controversial, a little bit more provocative, so maybe they won't go with that. But who knows, it's the Golden Globes, there's usually a few surprises here. Maybe we'll see something unexpected like Origin or 1001 show up here. But yeah, I'm gonna be bold here and put All of Us Strangers in at number 6, just because I do want to see it nominated, and it might be a wishful thinking pick or a long shot, but I just know how positively critics responded to this film, and I think they might want to champion it. So yeah, even though it doesn't feel like a guarantee, I'm gonna put in All of Us Strangers at number 6. Okay, so next up we have Best Film Drama Actress, and I'm so glad that we have 2 categories for Best Actress this year, like one for Best Dramatic Performance and one for Comedy/Musical, because there have been so many amazing leading lady performances this year, and it's gonna be a nightmare to try and pick only 5 for the Oscars, but at least with the Golden Globes, we get 6 in either or category, so it's more chance to acknowledge more performances, which is great. But yes, it's still tough to whittle it down. So yeah, for Best Film Actress Drama, I am going to agree with the top 3 on Gold Derby: Lily Gladstone, Carey Mulligan, and Sandra Hüller. Yeah, Lily Gladstone feels like the obvious front runner at the moment. Carey Mulligan probably is her fiercest competition. If it were up to me, Sandra Hüller would be winning this. I just love that performance, and I would love to see her win in this category. But yeah, it feels like Lily Gladstone is of the moment right now. She really is being celebrated. So yeah, she feels like the one to beat here. The last 3 slots is where it gets a little trickier. On Gold Derby, it's currently Annette Bening, Greta Lee, and Kaylee Spaney at positions 4, 5, and 6. But I have a feeling we're going to see more diversity in this category this year. For me, I think I'm going to go Greta Lee, Ingenue Ellis-Taylor for Origin, and Teyana Taylor for 1001, which is bold. Especially when performances like Annette Bening and Kaylee Spaney feel like they've been discussed more in the zeitgeist and all that. But I just feel like, given how diversified the Golden Globes voting body has become, I feel they will be more inclusive to more diverse performances. And yeah, Ingenue Ellis-Taylor was so good in Origin, same as Teyana Taylor in 1001. Yeah, and it's probably wishful thinking, but I kind of do want to see them in here. It's kind of a no guts, no glory prediction. It feels weird leaving Annette Bening out for my predictions, but I've been on the fence about Nyad. I'm not sure how it's going to be received over award season. I found it quite disposable. The performances in it were good, and if there's any place where Annette Bening and Jodie Foster were to be nominated, it would be the Golden Globes. But yeah, I'm still a little trepidatious about predicting Nyad. I don't know, I've kind of forgotten about it so much. Kaylee Spaney as well. The reason I don't have her in my 6 is because it is a Sofia Coppola film. It's a very soft, delicate internalized performance. It's not as showy as some of the others, so I've not put her in here. But yeah, if Kaylee Spaney does show up at the Golden Globes, I will be taking her more seriously getting into the Oscars as well, because the Golden Globes do usually have a reliable track record of showing who's going to show up at the Oscars for Best Actress. So next up we have Best Film Drama Actor, and this feels pretty easy to me. I do agree with most of the top 6 on Gold Derby, but I'm going to put Bradley Cooper in at number 1 over Cillian Murphy. I just feel like it's a more awards fair type performance than Cillian Murphy's, but if he does win, I will not be upset about it. But yeah, I'm going Bradley Cooper, then Cillian Murphy, then I put Colman Domingo higher than Leonardo DiCaprio. That's just me. I know some people would go Leo because Killers is the bigger movie. It's gonna get more nominations than Rustin, but I don't know. I feel like Colman Domingo is, I just know, his performance is just a little bit more grabby. So yeah, I'm putting him at number 3, then Leo. Yes, to Andrew Scott at number 5. Ooh, and then number 6 is tough because it's Barry Keoghan on Gold Derby. But I've heard some really good responses to Zac Efron's performance in The Iron Claw, and with that film coming out just at the right time, maybe it's fresher in people's minds and they might put him in. But I have not seen The Iron Claw yet, so yeah, I can't really know for sure. I should go with Barry Keoghan because I've seen Saltburn twice. I love his performance in it. It's very dangerous and sexy and multifaceted. And very fearless as well from Barry Keoghan. And he's really popped in the last few years, and I feel like people are very excited by Barry Keoghan's work. So yeah, even though it's a bit more provocative, Saltburn, I'm gonna go with Gold Derby. I agree, put Barry Keoghan in for now. Okay, so next up we've got a Best Film Comedy Musical. Okay, so the obvious slots to me are Poor Things, Barbie, and The Holdovers, which are literally the top 3 of Gold Derby. And then there's American Fiction, The Color Purple Air, May December, Wonka, Bottoms, Florence Sun. American Fiction, I think, will get in here because it's a film all about writing, and because the Hollywood Foreign Press Association is made up of writers. I'm sure they're gonna want to acknowledge this film, and it's, satirical, it's funny. So yeah, American Fiction does make sense. I'm putting it in here. The Color Purple, still haven't seen it. I'm hopefully seeing it tomorrow if I'm feeling a little better. There is a screening tomorrow that I'm hoping to get to, but we'll see how my health is tomorrow. But yeah, it would be nice to have at least one musical in the comedy/musical category. And yeah, The Color Purple has had this rapturous response from the first few people that have seen it. So yeah, I think it will get in because it's also looking likely that some of the performances will be nominated in that film as well. So yeah, The Color Purple feels pretty good. And then, it's between Air and May December for the 6th spot. That's tough. May December as well really has just done so well recently. It's really on the rise. People seem to like that movie, but it is more provocative than Air. Air is, it's a feel-good crowd pleaser. It's a good dad movie. I could see it getting in here quite easily. May December almost feels like it's in the wrong category here because I know why it's comedic, but it does also feel like a drama, like a melodrama. But yeah, I'm gonna go with May December because it's Todd Haynes. Even though the film is dealing with some taboo subjects, I haven't really heard a lot of people hating on the film. Yeah, I just think it's a bit more challenging and a more interesting film than Air. Air's a well-made, put-together film, but May December just feels, I don't know, it's got a bit more texture to it. Could something else show up here? I mean, it would be cool to see something like Wonka, or I'd love to see I There God, It's Me, Margaret show up here, but I don't think it's gonna happen. If it did show up, I wouldn't be upset about it. Okay, it's Best Film Comedy/Musical Actress. Okay, so the obvious ones will definitely be Emma Stone and Margot Robbie and Fantasia Barrino because they're all in, they're all performances in films that will probably be in Best Picture. So yeah, Emma Stone, Margot Robbie, and Fantasia Barrino are the top 3 slots on Gold Derby. I agree. Then I would put Natalie Portman in at number 4 just because of how well May December is doing. And I think we could start to see May December becoming almost a surprise awards season done. It's weird, the film has been well received since it debuted at Cannes, but it's such a difficult movie to gauge how it would do in certain awards groups, but now I think we're starting to see that there is quite a lot of love for it, and I think it might actually be a better awards player than we are giving it credit for at the moment. So yeah, if Natalie Portman is going to get anywhere, I think it would probably be the Golden Globes, so I'm going to put her in here. And then number 5, yeah, I would go Jennifer Lawrence for No Hard Feelings. It is a raunchy rom-com performance, but she's so good in it. Then there's the last spot. On Gold Derby, it's between like Julia Louis-Dreyfus for You Hurt My Feelings, Eve Hewson for Florence Son, which I've not seen, and Abby Ryder-Fortson for Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret, Halle Bailey, The Little Mermaid. I'm just gonna go with what I know and go with Abby Ryder-Fortson. It's kind of a shot in the dark type of nomination, but I would love to see Abby Ryder-Fortson get in here, and if I am right, it'll be like a nice little satisfying moment. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Abby Ryder-Fortson. Okay, so next up we've got Best Film Comedy Musical / Actor. Oh, interesting. Top of the list on Gold Derby is Jeffrey Wright at the moment, then Paul Giamatti. I would actually have Paul Giamatti higher. Oh, they both have the same odds, that's why, 19-5. Right, so yeah, it's kind of gonna come down to those two, but yeah, Paul Giamatti and Jeffrey Wright, absolutely. And then, yeah, Matt Damon for Air, makes sense, I would put him in here. Timothée Chalamet for Wonka. Yeah, I just saw Wonka the other night. He's magnificent in it. And the last 2 spots, ooh, it gets a little tough here because on Gold Derby is Gael Garcia Bernal for Cassandra and Jamie Foxx for The Burial. Not seen either of them. I also haven't seen Michael Fassbender in Next Girl Wins. I have seen Paul Dano in Dumb Money. Joaquin Phoenix for Beau is Afraid. I would love to see Joaquin Phoenix get in here. Maybe he could, because Beau is Afraid is one of those movies where the masses didn't love it, but the critics certainly did, and a large part of that is down to that absolutely captivating performance from Joaquin Phoenix. Very demanding role of him as well. That's the thing, you always do get like just a random, unexpected nomination in here, and I could see it being Joaquin Phoenix or Paul Dano. I've not seen Dream Scenario, but I've heard Nicolas Cage is good in it. But yeah, I'm gonna put Nick Cage in here, just because, for reasons. And you know what, I'm gonna do it. No guts, no glory. I'm gonna go Joaquin Phoenix for Beau is Afraid. It's a wishful thinking pick, but I don't know. Critics did like Beau is Afraid. I think they admire the ambition of the project, so maybe they will want to give it something. It's probably a fool's bet, but I'm gonna put Joaquin Phoenix down. Okay, so next up we have Best Film Supporting Actress. Okay, so with the Golden Globes, you have to remember that they don't actually separate them into comedy / musical and drama at the Golden Globes. It's just one category where they mix them all together. It's only 6 slots, in total. It's not like 6 slots for comedy performances, 6 slots for drama. It's a little tougher here, I guess, for the supporting players. For this category, yeah, I'm gonna have Danielle Brooks at number 1. Interesting, it's Divine Joy Randolph still at number 1 on Gold Derby. I'm gonna put Divine in at number 2. And then, I'm gonna go Julianne Moore for May December. Again, I just feel like it's gonna get some love, and I feel like the Golden Globes are gonna champion it, even though it is quite soapy. I think they're gonna enjoy it. Then Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Jodie Foster for Nyad, just because she has a lot of screen time, and she's Jodie Foster, like she has surprised at the Globes before with the Mauritanian win. So yeah, she could show up here. And then, let's have a look. Then there's a few options. We've got Taraji P. Henson for The Color Purple, Penelope Cruz for Ferrari, America Ferrera for Barbie, Vanessa Kirby for Napoleon, Viola Davis for Air. Ooh, and Rosamund Pike for Soul. I would love to see Rosamund Pike get in here. That would be a delightful surprise. Maybe Rosamund Pike could do it. I was leaning there more towards, what's her name? America Ferrera for Barbie, just because I feel like they're gonna really love Barbie. But that's tough. I'm gonna go with my gut feeling and go with America Ferrera for Barbie, but if Rosamund Pike does show up for Saltburn, I will be elated. Also, if Rachel McAdams showed up for Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret, that would be also wonderful. I'd love to see that. Or Claire Foy for Oliver Strangers. Oh my god, there's so many great supporting actress performances this year that I've forgotten about. God, I wish they did separate them into comedy and drama. Do you agree? Let me know if you think they should split the supporting categories up by genre. Alright, so next up is Best Film Supporting Actor. This is going to be relatively similar to my predictions for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. I think it's going to be between Robert Downey Jr. For Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things. Can't wait to see how the race takes shape. I think Robert Downey Jr. has the edge at the moment, but that will be solidified if he wins the Golden Globe. So they're my top 3. I am going to put Robert De Niro in at number 4, like on Gold Derby. And then, yeah, Charles Melton, it just seems to be like exploding right now. He won at the Gotham Awards. And so, yeah, it feels like maybe he is a dark horse in this category. So, and because there's 6 slots, it's easier to put him in here than it is my Oscar prediction. So yeah, I'm going to put him in at number 5. And then, yeah, I'm just going to be basic and copy Gold Derby and put Willem Dafoe in at number 6 because everyone loves Poor Things and he's so great and he's Willem Dafoe. Who didn't love Willem Dafoe? But could we see a surprise here? Dominic Sessa for The Holdovers, maybe. Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction, potentially. John Magara for Past Lives. No, I'm feeling pretty confident about the top 6. But yeah, maybe if there was to be a surprise here, I think it would be Dominic Sessa for The Holdovers. Okay, so next up we have Best Film Director. And yeah, top choice is Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. Yeah, it's the big showstopper sample of directing this year, so I'm gonna put Christopher Nolan at number 1. I'm gonna put Yorgos in at number 2 because I feel like Poor Things is a bit more favored than Killers of the Flower Moon, just in my opinion. But also, yeah, Martin Scorsese is still getting in. So yeah, Yorgos, Martin Scorsese. I'm gonna put Alexander Payne in at number. So Greta Gerwig at number 4, Alexander Payne at number 5. And number 6, do I go with Bradley Cooper? Oh, I do want to go with Justin Triet for Anatomy of a Fall. I love the direction in Anatomy of a Fall. It's very slick, very well done, very well polished as well, but the Golden Globes don't typically acknowledge like foreign language-y films for direction very much. And Bradley Cooper did get the nomination for directing for A Star Is Born, so, and they do like to acknowledge like, you know, the big names in Hollywood at the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. I actually preferred the directing in Maestro to A Star Is Born, so I should be giving, you know what, yeah, I'm just gonna put Bradley Cooper in at number 6. He's earned it, okay? He's in at number 6, but maybe we could see a surprise here. Maybe Cord Jefferson for American Fiction, Todd Haynes for May December. I don't know, crazy things have happened, or Celine Song for Past Lives, but if there was a surprise, I hope it would be Justine Triet for Anatomy of a Fall, because then we'll have 2 women in the category rather than just the 1. Okay, so next up we have Best Film Screenplay. So again, like the supporting actor and actress categories, they don't split the screenplays up here like they do at the Oscars, so there's not one separate category for original screenplay and one for adapted screenplay. They just mix it all together here. So it's 6 slots combining all screenplays. Okay, so number 1 is Poor Things. Yeah, I agree with Poor Things. Oppenheimer's at number 2. I guess, yeah, is well written. Guess I don't immediately think of the writing when I think of Oppenheimer, but it is a great script. I would actually go Poor Things, Barbie. No, Poor Things, Killers of the Flower Moon, then Barbie, then Oppenheimer, then The Holdovers, and then, what do I put in number 6? American Fiction, Past Lives, Anatomy of a Fall, May December. I could see May December surprising here, like, it's Todd Haynes, so yeah, maybe it could show up here. But again, American Fiction is, you know, it's a film about writing, the writer's process and things like that, and it is very sharp and satirical. So yeah, I feel like the journalists will probably gravitate towards that. Whereas, you know, it would be nice to see something like Past Lives or Anatomy of a Fall show up here. Or, yeah. But, yeah, I'm gonna go with American Fiction. Oh my god, I'm so basic. That's the top 6 from Gold Derby as well. Kind of want to take something out. Kind of want to switch, like, Oppenheimer for May December. Just because I think it's better writing. Oh, but that feels... No, it doesn't feel right. All of Us Strangers as well. Damn. Oh, that's hard. Oh, I want to put All of Us Strangers in here now too. Oh, this is hard. Trying to pick 6. I was saying there's films which I think are better written, but don't feel like films that the Hollywood Foreign Press would go for. Like All of Us Strangers or May December. Anatomy of a Fall. Like, they all should be in the best screenplay category. And I think they all will get nominated for screenplay at the Oscars, whether it's adapted or original. But yeah, I gotta go with what I think the Golden Globes will go for. And they usually just go with the big names. But it would just be nice because, like, you know, with Poor Things, Oppenheimer, even Killers, they're all written by people who are gonna be up for director. So it's like, and Barbie as well. So it's like, why don't we just acknowledge other people? God. This is freaking tough. No, I'm just gonna stick with it. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I've got. But I would love to see May December or All of Us Strangers show up here. So next up is Best Animated Feature. So for this, Ooh, yeah, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, definitely number one. The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, yes. I will keep Wish in there as well because even though the film hasn't been as warmly received as other Disney films, you know, Disney do typically well in this category. So yeah, I'm gonna put Wish in. The last two slots are a little tougher because the Super Mario Brothers movie and Chicken Run Dawn the Nugget, they're at number 5 and 6, and I get why, because they have big brand name recognition and stuff. Also, the Super Mario Brothers is the second highest grossing movie of the year, but will people just put it in there because it's made a lot of money? Chicken Run Dawn the Nugget as well. Aardman haven't actually done that great at the Golden Globes. Like, I don't know if they ever won. I think they have. I think they've only been nominated twice in this category. Once for Shaun the Sheep movie and once for Arthur Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. Chicken Run was like met with like lukewarm response, so I'm not sure it's gonna get in, to be honest. Like, what else do we have here? Oh, Suzume, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, The Peasants. It's been a great year for animation. I'm gonna put in Suzume at number 6, because yeah, that feels that's a wishful thinking pick. But number 5, I'm actually going to put Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because, yeah, I think it's actually a better movie than Super Mario Brothers movie. Okay, so next up we've got... Alright, that's all the categories on Gold Derby, weirdly, even though we still got a few categories to go. So yeah, we've got Best Original Score. So the films that come to mind are definitely Oppenheimer, so Ludwig Göransson, Killers of the Flower Moon for Robbie Robertson, who recently passed away, so yeah. Posthumous nomination, I believe. And then I do think Poor Things has a good chance for its oddball score by Justin Flurkin. What was it? Justin Fendrix. Justin Flurskin? What? Oh, sorry about that. I do think Elemental will get in here for Thomas Newton. I also think Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has a pretty good shot as well, so yeah, I'm gonna put in here. The 6th spot, though, could be a surprise. My gut's saying maybe Saltburn or Past Lives. I guess Past Lives makes a bit more sense because it's more of the critics' darling choice of the year, whereas, you know, Saltburn's a little bit more provocative. Not everyone loved it as much as Past Lives. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Past Lives. Next up we have Best Original Song, and there's not many years where I'm actually excited for the song category, but because we've had Barbie this year, and I love so many of the songs from Barbie, it's actually a category I'm quite excited to see how it unfolds, because the 3 main contenders from Barbie are Dance the Night, I'm Just Ken, and What Was I Made For? And which ones do I think are going to get at the Golden Globes? Tough to say because they do love a bit of star power. I think they'd love to have Dua Lipa at the Golden Globes and Billie Eilish. But then that would mean I'm Just Ken might not get in. I'm not sure if it's the same rules for the Golden Globes because the Academy, you can submit 3, but only 2 can be nominated. So I don't know if it's the same with the Golden Globes, I need to check that. But it would be cool to have Dance the Night in the lineup as well. That's my personal favorite of the 3. In fact, it was my most listened to song on Apple Music this year. But yeah, I do think there will be at least 2 Barbie tracks in here, and I'm gonna go with the ones that feel a bit more safer to me, which is I'm Just Ken and What Was I Made For? I also think Keep It Moving from The Color Purple is gonna get in, even though I haven't seen it yet. Diane Warren usually does show up in this category, both at the Golden Globes and the Oscars, so it makes sense to give a slot to her. But she does have 2 movies out this year, or 2 songs, sorry, for movies. She's got one in 80 for Brady and one in The Fire Inside. Yeah, that's right, it's called Flamin' Hot, and the song from 80 for Brady is Gonna Be You. And I'm gonna be you because I've seen 8 for Brady. It feels like a Golden Globe type movie. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it in here. Maybe it's silly, but yeah, that's just how I'm feeling. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna put This Wish in from the movie Wish just because it's Disney. And then for the 6th spot, I'm gonna go with Lenny Kravitz's song from Rustin, which is called Road to Freedom. Next category is Best Picture, but Foreign Language. And this is gonna be an interesting one this year because the Golden Globes doesn't have that rule where you can only submit 1 film from each country for it. Like, you can submit as many as you like. So we could actually see 2 films from France show up here, because I feel pretty confident that Anatomy of a Fall is getting in here, but also The Taste of Things, which is France's official submission for the Oscars, is a wonderful movie as well. It's delectable, it's delightful, it's got Juliette Binoche in it, so I could see that also getting in here. And I do think The Zone of Interest will get in as well, even though it is technically a British movie. I think it's getting in here, and it probably will come down to either The Zone of Interest or Anatomy of a Fall. I really hope that Wim Wenders' Perfect Days gets in here. I just absolutely adore that movie. I really love Fallen Leaves, which is Finland's official submission for the Oscars, and it's sort of a rom-com of sorts, but it feels very real, and touches on, you know, subjects related to, you know, the Ukraine war and the cost of living and things, you know, very hard-hitting topics that are very relatable. So I think, yeah, Fallen Leaves probably does have a good chance here. And then there's a bunch of other films that could get into the 6th spot, like Totem, The Promised Land, Society of Snow, The Teacher's Lounge as well. My instinct would be to go with Promised Land. But yeah, who knows? We could see anything show up there. And then we've got the new film category, which nobody was asking for, the Golden Globe for the Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. Again, I'm just gonna call this the Barbie Award because, you know, Barbie was the highest grossing movie of the year, and it makes sense that it would win here. I really don't know why they feel the need to make this category. Like, why are we awarding films that did well? Shouldn't we be trying to, like, lift the films that didn't, you know, have as much of an audience? Like, the ones that should be discussed more and should be seen by more people? Like, it feels like redundant to give out an award to a film just because it's popular. But yeah, because it's the first year doing this, I don't know if they're gonna have a second year. There probably will be some backlash to it, but yeah, because this is the first year and there's 8 slots in this category, not 6, we're probably gonna see the highest grossing movies of the year show up here. So yeah, the ones that did well at the box office would obviously be Barbie, Oppenheimer, the Super Mario Brothers movie, of course, Fast X, what else did well? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, yeah, those. Or maybe we'll see films that did better than expected at the box office show up here. Maybe a film like Elemental, which was like announced as a flop on arrival, but then slowly gained more steam week by week and actually did very well at the box office. And the same with the Hunger Games, didn't quite do great on the first week, but then word of mouth spread and did well and did all right in the end. It's still in the cinemas as we speak though. And, or maybe like they'll just go for like movies that did well as compared to their budget, like films like Megan. Megan did very well at the box office in comparison to its budget. But also you have to factor in that not all movies are, you know, released in the cinema anymore. Like some are just released via streaming and stuff. And I don't know how broad this is gonna encompass things, but I did read somewhere that in order for the film to qualify for this award, it needs to make like 150 million in total, you know, globally at the box office or whatever. But I don't know how that quantifies to streaming numbers either. But yeah, there's other films that certainly made an impact. Like you could even say Five Nights at Freddy's could do this because it was released both on streaming and in the cinemas at the same time, but still made a lot of money. And also, what about like Taylor Swift's Eras tour? Okay, that made a load of money at the box office. So yeah, that's probably eligible to qualify as well. And I feel like with the Golden Globes, they are gonna wanna like acknowledge, you know, the things that are popular like Taylor Swift and Five Nights at Freddy's. So they'll probably put them in here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Barbie, Super Mario Brothers, Oppenheimer, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, John Wick 4, and let's go with Five Nights at Freddy's and Taylor Swift, the Eras Tours. Okay, those are the 8 I'm predicting for this Box Office and Cinematic Achievement Award. Yeah, God, it's such a nonsensical category, but hey, here we are. But there you have it, guys. Those are my predictions for the Golden Globes 2024. Again, I will be doing a reaction video to the nominees on Monday next week. So yeah, if you're interested in that or more award season content, do consider hitting subscribe. And again, you can help me out. If you've enjoyed the video, you can help me out by leaving a little like or leaving me a comment down below with some of your predictions or how you feel about my predictions, yeah. And yeah, the Golden Globe winners will be revealed on January 7th, 2024. I will be doing predictions as to who I think the winners will be, as well as a reactions video after they've been announced as well. So if you don't want to miss that, click subscribe. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in for more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture. I'm Luke Harefield, and I'll see you next time.